The 2024 Brazilian Grand Prix was one to forget for Lewis Hamilton. After the race, the British driver spoke to the media where he indicated that he was done with Mercedes and looking forward to his future away from the team. Throughout the Grand Prix, Hamilton faced problems with the bumps and overall balance of the car. His struggles were proven by his performance in qualifying and the race. During the qualifying session for the Grand Prix, Hamilton did not even manage to get out of the bottom 5 in Q1. While starting at the back of the grid, the British driver somehow drove his W15 to P10, earning a single point. After the race, he was asked about losing position to his teammate, George Russell, in the Drivers' Championship. To this he said, "I don't care if I finish ahead of George or behind. It doesn't make a difference to me. I just want to keep the car out of the wall and try to score points if I can for the team, if I can finish. But yeah, looking forward to Christmas." Before the start of the season, it was announced that Hamilton would be leaving Mercedes to join Ferrari after the end of the 2024 season. So, more than completing the season with Mercedes, Hamilton is looking forward to starting his year with Ferrari in 2025. Given that Ferrari has started to win races and could most probably be in the championship battle next year, it could provide Hamilton the platform to start fighting for championships once again. Until 2021, Mercedes were dominating the sport, winning 8 Constructors' Championships, while Lewis Hamilton won 6 Drivers' Championships with the team. But from 2022, when the new regulations came into effect, the Mercedes has simply not been able to find the pace in their car. This year was a little better than the last. This season, both Hamilton and Russell were able to win a few races. Hamilton won the British and Belgian Grand Prix, while Russell won the Austrian Grand Prix. This was an indication that the team was heading in a positive trajectory. But ever since the summer break, it has only been between Ferrari, McLaren and Max Verstappen. In Brazil, Mercedes suffered a lot of bouncing. Not just Mercedes, but all the teams found the newly laid surface at Interlagos very bumpy. The setup that Hamilton had in his car simply did not work with the bumpy asphalt. While Lewis Hamilton suffered at Sao Paulo, his teammate, George Russell, had an impressive weekend. He qualified P2 with Lando on pole. As the lights went out, Russell was able to get the jump on Lando and take the lead. He was in complete control of the race until the team asked Russell to pit, which lost him the track position and eventually the win. But there was a clear difference between Hamilton's and Russell's performances. This was probably because of the differences in their race setups. Given that most of Mercedes has lost momentum in the second half of the season, they will not be able to climb up in the constructors' standings. Currently, they remain 4th, while Red Bull is in 3rd with a 162-point difference. Hamilton further stated after the race, "It is devastating to have these bad races in the second half of the season, but all I can say is that we're trying coming into the weekends, but it is definitely not acceptable. It is definitely not good enough. We have to take accountability. I have to take accountability, but I'm driving and doing the best with what I've got. The car has been the worst in Brazil, and I don't know what it is. We're going to have to find out what it is. But the mechanics did a great job in getting here and doing practice stops at 4 AM, and with all the work they've done on the car throughout the weekend, one of the cars was working a lot better, so there is obviously potential." Due to the weather conditions at Interlagos, the FIA had to postpone the qualifying session to Sunday morning, so all the teams were up and about by 4 AM to practice their pit stops, prepare the cars and more. There is no doubt that all the teams did a spectacular job in operating in the Brazil Grand Prix. But the car's performance is nowhere close to where it needs to be. This is why Hamilton is tired of driving for the team and is now looking ahead to joining Ferrari in 2025. Joining Ferrari for the first time in his career, Hamilton would be driving a car that is not powered by a Mercedes engine. When he came into the sport, he joined McLaren, which was powered by Mercedes. And then in 2014, he joined Mercedes. It will be a drastic change for the British driver, and it will be interesting to see how he copes with the change. Do you think Lewis Hamilton will find trouble adjusting to the Ferrari engine? Post your thoughts in the comment section below.